Hey guys, welcome back to Sarah's Thoughts. I'm Sarah, and I know you've all been very curious as to what I am thinking. Well, if you're anything like me, this weekend you've been keeping up with what celebrities you don't really care about are wearing to a music festival that you'll probably never go to. And yes, I am talking about Coachella Weekend 1. It's officially here. But before we get into all of my takes on the fits that I've been seeing, it kind of inspired me to take a deep dive into something else, like a bigger issue that I think that we're all guilty of participating in, and that would be fast fashion. Now, if you're not familiar with fast fashion, you're probably at least familiar with the brands that are most associated with it, like H&M and Zara, Shein, Forever 21, rest in peace. It was probably her time to go, but brands like H&M consider there to be 52 micro seasons in a year. That is one new collection of clothes a week. And even as somebody that needs a new outfit for every event they go to, that's a lot to keep up with. So you can just already imagine the overproduction of clothes. And whenever we're talking about the dark side of fast fashion, I feel like we very commonly will see mostly pictures of clothes that are just rotting on beaches in Ghana or like other countries, or, they've just gone to waste in landfills. Or what does it say about us now as a society that we need so many apps like Depop and Poshmark and ThreadUp and Rent the Runway to get some money back on the clothes that we thought we needed? I mean, that to me just never seemed like that was the point of fashion. And I always think, like, how neat would it be for, like, if I had kids or if I have grandkids to pass down pieces, like these would be vintage pieces at that point. Like, that would be sick. I probably don't have anything in my closet that would, withstand the test of time. I definitely did not expect a shirt that I bought from Shein for $2.80 to even do well in the dryer once, but it is a system that we're all guilty of. And what I really wanted to know more about, besides just like how damaging has this became for our environment and, where are we headed, was like, what are the alternatives? What am I supposed to be doing? Where am I supposed to be looking to get more sustainable fashion? And so that's what I wanted to talk about. And one thing I'm not going to do is gatekeep sustainable fashion in 2025. So I know what you're thinking. We have to get the boring environmental of it all over with. And you've heard it 100 times before, but you guys, what's not boring? Fashion. It is so exciting to like put something on for the first time and feel good in it. And no matter what, like, us girlies, like, we know when something fits, right? Like, we know when it eats. Is that what they say? I think so. We know when it's good. But even like the guys, like, they bought something for a reason. Everybody has a reason they bought something, whether it was like for comfort or the color or what it represents. It's like a sports team or whatever it may be. Everybody chose something for a reason. And there are ways to support small businesses and look at small creators first. So just to give you guys a quick idea, according to earth.org, it takes 700 gallons of water to produce one cotton shirt. I just want you to think real quick, how many cotton shirts do you own? Just like, how many shirts do you own in general? And then multiply that by 700. And that's how many gallons of water it took to make that's just your shirts. And we haven't even talked about jeans. I mean, jeans, according to them, earth.org, it takes 2,000 gallons of water to produce jeans. That's a lot of water, you guys. I mean, in all seriousness, I'm not going to sit here and convert gallons to ounces, but how many of your Stanleys could that fill? Next, I mean, just the energy that it's using in these towns, the pollution that the factories are giving off, and that's a whole other thing that we could get into. But right now, we're talking about the environment. I did want to quickly mention that a couple years back in Bangladesh, a building that housed over 8 garment factories collapsed. The whole building collapsed. It injured more than 2,500 people, and it left over 1,000 without their lives. And that's devastating. That's just to make, clothes that you saw online, and you really have to think, is it worth it? Was the shirt that I thought I needed for $6 really worth somebody else's life? I feel like 10 times out of 10, that answer has to be no. So, that's just a whole other, damaging effect of fast fashion, not to mention the child labor, the just overall poor conditions that they're experiencing, but the factories alone producing so much pollution in their community. Now, another big issue that ties into environmental, and you might not think at first, but bear with me, our designs are getting stolen, you guys. I've seen several posts now on X or Instagram and of a small creator and a design that, they produced for the first time. They produced one, right? And maybe they were selling it on Etsy. Very good way to support a small business. First off is go to Etsy. First and foremost, that is going to be your online retailer. That is the online alternative. But these small creators are finding their designs on websites like Shein, and they're posting them side by side. These designs are identical, you guys. Shein, these companies did not try to hide the fact that this design is ripped off. And even if they were compensated for the design, does it really measure up to the amount that is going to be produced? No. The answer is no there. It's unfortunate. But what's even more unfortunate is these designers are, you guessed it, typically people of color, especially women of color, Black women, queer people, and their designs are the ones that are being stolen and mass produced and becoming trendy and it's at their expense every time. And again, you might not think that this ties into the environment, but I just want to say that this hinders creativity. It gives these brands almost no consequences to just keep ripping off other designers, not paying for designers to join their team and just, get it at somebody else's expense. This mass production and, lack of creativity in the fast fashion industry, all because of lack of inclusion, has to stop. That is one huge thing that I just feel like at this point in the game, we can't even talk about fast fashion without that. So just food for thought, something to think about next time you need something for an event you're going to. Who can I get it from that will benefit from this the most? And it's not going to be H&M. But these are the alternatives, guys. Another one is, and bear with me, just be more creative. Get a little bit more fun. I can guarantee that nobody probably remembers what you wore to that thing that you went to a couple months ago. And, there are no rules in fashion. You have that skirt, wear it as a top. I don't know. There are no rules. You set the boundaries. That's what's so fun about fashion in general. But what's not fun is the overconsumption. The way that we have been so indulged in getting a new thing every time we need to go somewhere that it's destroying our planet. And it really is. And we need to keep the corporations accountable. We all have a small role to play. We could all do a little better and take a screenshot of something that you think is cute online, reverse image search, find that designer that had it first, okay, buy it from them, and it's going to last you way longer. It's going to last, if something, you wash it once and it breaks, then you could potentially buy something and it be 10 times more useful, 10 times more wear. That sounds enticing to me, So get a little bit more creative, do that reverse image search, and in the future, we can all be a touch more sustainable. But again, it's the big guys, it's the big dogs that have the real power here. We need to put more pressure on them and, really pay attention, hold them accountable for their sustainability. And now I will go ahead and talk about all of the outfits at Coachella that I've been seeing. And I gotta say, I'm really proud. That's what made me, kind of think about fast fashion a little bit more this weekend, was I feel like people are really re-wearing things that they already have. They weren't going out of their way to get new things. Emma Chamberlain was one. She literally made a whole video about, she just walked into her closet and was like, okay, well, I leave for Coachella and you guys are just going to pick something out of my closet with me. And I feel like that's all the attitude that we have to have moving forward. Okay, so let's get into that.